Steve, thanks for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it. Steve, can you tell us a little bit about the network, the Ag Network, and how it's evolved over the years?
Ag Network? Well, I've been in this game since 1997. I've been recruiting in the agriculture sector and focused specifically on ag since the late 90s. And how my business has evolved over the years is when I started out, I was doing lots of lower level stuff for the local guys. You find, though, that as you get more connected and more a bigger network established, and then as your peers and your clients, they all get more mature in the industry, you seem to rise in the level that you work at. So where I did lots of entry-level stuff and low-level stuff when I started in the game back in the 90s, now most of the work I do is at the senior level, senior managers, professionals, senior-level professionals, and executives. Because I've been working with these same guys now for over 15 years, and they've all grown into decision-maker kinds of roles.
So over 15 years, which is always fun to realize how long we've been in the biz. Yeah. Steve, you've obviously got lots of contacts. You have been in the business, as you said, for over 15 years. You've got contacts at every level within these organizations. Can you talk a little bit about why coming to a networking event like the CAAR conference here in Kelowna, why is that so important to your business?
Yeah, this is a great conference. Lots of reasons to reconnect with the people I know. There's always changes in what they're doing. There's changes in what I'm doing. And sometimes you don't meet these people from one year to the next, right? You meet them all every year, and you talk to them on the phone every year, but face-to-face is always better, so coming. In addition to that, there's always people that you meet for the first time. And then there's people that you've talked to on the phone, and you meet them for the first time here. So coming to these events is just terrific. They're really great for networking, reconnecting, and meeting those new people.
What's the attitude of the folks here?
Yeah, great event. We had a good mixer last night. Everybody seems positive. Very good.
Good, excellent. You're obviously got plenty of knowledge around employment, recruitment, and retention. Yesterday, Delaney, I think, told us that staffing, number one issue for agri-retailers across Canada. Why do you think staffing is the number one issue? And what can these retailers do to recruit and retain these top employees that, let's face it, everybody's fighting for them.
Everybody's fighting for the same guy, yeah. Why is there an issue? It's because there's just fewer bodies that fit the traditional mold. The traditional mold is, he grew up on a Western Canadian farm, and we've got him into our retail business now. Well, the farms are getting fewer, the farms are getting smaller, the farm families are getting smaller. And so there's just fewer of those people, and the demand hasn't gotten any smaller. It may have gotten bigger, but the supply has certainly shrunk. So that's why we've got such an issue. How to find people? I think that it really comes down to talking to people. Running an ad in the paper isn't going to be successful anymore. These folks are in such demand, they found the spot they want to be. If they weren't happy in the spot where they're at, it's easy for them to change. So the correlate of that is they're likely sitting in a spot where they're happy. And so to attract those people, a couple things. First is you got to talk to them. And then second is you've got to know your value proposition. It's a marketing perspective. You've got to have something that's going to attract that person to your organization, a reason why they're going to quit their current job, go with the devil they don't know. The spouse, he may have to quit his job and relocate. Well, that's a tall order to fill. So you've got to be really clear about what you have to offer that would entice that person to come.
Are we having to start earlier in the process as well? Are we talking to high school students? Are we talking to university students to get them on site?
I don't in my business, but certainly retailers, the CAAR retailers, should be talking to the people at that high school level. Absolutely. Yeah, there's lots of young people that don't know what they want to do, and they don't know that ag has got some fantastic options. They don't appreciate that ag's sophisticated. They don't appreciate that ag is feeding the planet and stable and secure. That industry is not going to go away. And they don't appreciate that we've still got a real grassroots, a good bunch of people in our industry. And so they're being attracted away from agriculture. And so I think that it'd be wonderful for more businesses to spend more time educating that classroom level. Yeah.
Whether we want to admit it or not, we're all advocates, right? Somebody's listening to what we have to say about agriculture.
Yeah. We should do a better job of representing our industry to the talent pool.
That's all of us. Yeah, yes. Exactly. Very much so. Steve, one of the big theme here at the CAAR conference is Edge of an Era, exploring technology and how it impacts on agriculture and on agri retailers. Is there one thing that you see coming that is maybe going to have a big impact on your side of the business from a technology?
Well, it's a lot of it is already here and it's not being utilized. It's the whole communications technology with the social media and all that. The younger people, they grew up with a smartphone in their hand. They have never been in a spot where they didn't have internet, and so using your Pinterest and your Twitter and your Facebook and your LinkedIn. Those are some of the ways that you can identify the people that you want to hire and communicate with the people you want to hire.
And then engage with them.
Yeah, well, that's part of why I'm successful is when it comes to that engagement piece, I make the time and I have the resources to actually phone them up and talk to them. Right. Just reaching out and connecting with them electronically, it may not be enough anymore. That's the downside of having so much easy electronic communications. Is you get lost in the flood that these people may be getting on their smartphones.
And how do you get heard over all that noise?
Yeah,
right? So to have someone that's specifically targeted on a goal, like your organization, that can be the difference in getting that top recruit and not.
Yeah. I talk to people. It's a right face-to-face conversation with folks, and that's what it takes to catch their attention and listen to what's they're showing interest in. And building on those interests to make something fall together. Yeah,
absolutely. Steve, pleasure chatting with you. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.